Hey everybody, Jimmy here with the CLT Life at Costello Real Estate Investments, and today I'm going to talk about the steps to sell your home. So there are 9 distinct steps to selling your home, and the first one is going to be hiring a knowledgeable and trustworthy realtor. So I recommend hiring someone who is familiar with your neighborhood and with your house's surrounding community. Now, they don't necessarily have to have sold in that specific neighborhood or subdivision before, but as long as they have a general familiarity and understanding of the market, they know the market dynamics, and they have access to all the information they'll need to properly market and sell your home, then that's a good start. The second step is to give the agent a tour of your home. So you're going to want to invite the agent to come over and take a tour of your home. Now, they may want to take their first walk through without you hovering behind them or walking alongside them, so they can look around and find things that they love about the house, or things that they might notice, through the eyes of a buyer, and then walk through with them to be able to explain some of the different things as well, and to point out the things that you love about the house and what you think are the best selling points. Next, you're going to want to discuss the marketing plan for selling your home. So every realtor is going to post your house on multiple listing service. It's going to be syndicated on real estate sites like Zillow and Trulia. That's just something that happens automatically. But what else is your agent going to do to promote your home? Well, they utilize social media to promote the property, not just to their immediate network, but also to the masses. Does your agent have a social media presence beyond Facebook? Are they active on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest? And if so, have you checked out their profiles? Do they have a blog with solid readership, and do they promote it? You'll also want to notice, as far as Facebook, you want to make sure that they have a professional Facebook page. Actually, in the state of North Carolina, realtors are only permitted to post about real estate from their professional real estate page. Now, they can create a post from the professional page and then share it to their personal page, but it has to originate from that professional real estate page. So make sure that they have one of those set up as well. Are they going to hold open houses or brokers opens? And if so, when? How are they going to promote those? Which neighbors or in neighborhoods are they going to market your house to? And how are they helping present your house? Are they hiring a professional photographer? Do they utilize the services of a professional stager? Will they have video? Will they use drone shots? All those things are things to take into consideration. Also, if they have a strong local database of past clients, vendors, other real estate agents, friends and family that the agent regularly communicates with and is able to promote your house to. All right, that was a lot right there in the marketing. Step 4, determine your home's list price and go for it. So hopefully your agent is going to sit down with you and go over the whole process of buying and selling a home. They'll review all the paperwork. You'll come to a listing agreement with them. But as far as determining your home's listing price, so your realtor should be familiar with comparable properties, which we call comps, that have recently sold in your neighborhood or nearby. And from that, the agent should be able to identify suitable market value range for your house. Now, a realtor should never tell you, hey, this is exactly what you have to sell your house for. You as the homeowner get to make the final determination on what your house is going to be listed for. The job of the agent is to explain what market value is, and that's typically going to be a range from a high range to a low range, depending on what your goals are. Whether you want to sell the home quickly, potentially have multiple offers, which can sometimes create a bidding war and drive up the price, or if you want to start out at a higher price and let the market come to you. So, and this goes with it. So as I said a minute ago, your agent does not determine what your home is actually worth. Only the market can actually do that, and the market is the buyers who are actively looking to purchase your home. But your agent can and should be able to offer guidance in this to help you determine a good price. So let's see, the next step is going to be showing your property. So you sign all the paperwork, the agents put their sign in your yard, they're actively marketing your property. Now you've got people who actually want to see the house. So if you priced your home smartly and you posted great pictures on MLS, you should start having showings pretty quickly in a healthy real estate market, which let me tell you, we're in a seller's market right now, so you should definitely start having showings pretty quickly, so long as your house presents well and is priced correctly, within that range. And this might seem like common sense, but my two biggest pieces of advice are going to be: keep your home clean, presentable, and tidy at all times, and also be flexible and accommodating to potential buyers. They may want to tour your home when it's not super convenient for you. So just be flexible, especially early on when you're getting lots of showing requests at the beginning. Just be kind of aware that, hey, you know what? It's the first week or the first weekend. We're probably going to get a lot of showing requests because this is typically when there's the most activity. So if it does disrupt your schedule, you'll want to be flexible enough to step aside. However, if there is a time when you absolutely cannot be out of the house, you can always block that time in MLS. And when you get a showing request, you can always propose a different time if it's not going to work for you at that time. But remember, your goal is to sell the house. Step number 6, receiving and negotiating the offer. So this is the day that you've been waiting for. Someone wants to purchase your house, and they've submitted an offer to purchase and contract. Yes, that's what we've been waiting for. So in addition to offering a purchase price, the offer is also going to include proposed deposits like the earnest money deposit and the due diligence fee if you're selling in North Carolina. Important dates. So again, in North Carolina, the due diligence date as well as the settlement date, as well as potential extras like they may request a seller paid home warranty. They might also ask for some personal property or appliances. Typically the washer, dryer, and refrigerator are the only items that are going to show up on the actual offer to purchase the house. And if they want a home warranty, and also if they need any closing costs paid by the seller. So these are all things that are going to be negotiated as part of the offer to purchase. So it's not just the sales price. It's the sales price, earnest money, due diligence, closing date, due diligence date, closing costs if there are any, home warranty, whether or not the buyer needs to sell a property as well. They also disclose the type of financing that they're planning on using as well. All right, in North Carolina, we've got due diligence period. So this is something that I always explain this at the beginning, and then once we get into the due diligence period, I always find myself explaining it again to my clients. So the due diligence period is the buyer's opportunity to do all their investigation on the home. So in North Carolina, that's when they're going to get their appraisal taken care of. They're going to do all their inspections and make any repair requests. They're also going to, if they're looking to do surveys or anything like that, and they're going to get their loan application underway and approved, hopefully. All this is done during the due diligence period. Now, with the due diligence deposit, if you receive one of those, the great thing about that in North Carolina is it is non-negotiable, non-refundable. It does count towards the buyer's down payment, but it's money that you'll never pay back regardless of whether or not they actually close on the house. So essentially they're compensating you for taking the house off the market for those few weeks while they investigate the home and possibly negotiate any repairs or closing costs or anything like that, or any credits during the due diligence period. If they back out for any reason during the due diligence period, you get to keep that money. If they back out after the due diligence period and you've negotiated an earnest money deposit, well, you get to keep that as well. But that money is not exposed to you until after closing, and you don't actually receive it until you close. It's part of the proceeds from the sale. After due diligence is complete, then you can really start looking forward to packing, moving, and cleaning. So you've accepted an offer to purchase your home. You've successfully negotiated due diligence. Congratulations. Now you're preparing to move out of your current home and hopefully into a new one. So whether you're planning to MIY, which is move it yourself, or hire a planning company, just be sure to start planning ahead. I recommend packing early. Ideally, you're going to be packed up and completely moved out of the house at least a day or two before closing. and you're going to want to clean it as well. So plan to have the movers arrive in plenty of time to pack up all your belongings in one day if possible. Have them scheduled to arrive at your new home if you're moving to a new property in time to be able to unload in a whole day as well. So when you're selling, you're also required to wipe down and clean your home prior to cleaning. But to minimize complaints at the walkthrough from buyers, I recommend hiring a professional cleaner. You can typically do this for a couple $100, and a professional cleaner will come in and make sure that it's cleaner than you'll probably be able to get it, and it's one less thing that you have to worry about on closing day. Speaking of closing day, this is the 9th step of my 9 steps. So this is the day that we've been waiting for. Hopefully the buyers have conducted their final walkthrough. They don't have any complaints because you did the repairs that you said you were going to do. You've also at this point had an opportunity to review the closing disclosure or settlement statement, which is going to have the final numbers that you need. You're going to find out how much you're going to receive back at closing, hopefully, or if you need to bring any money to the table to close, you'll have that final figure as well. Now, if you are like most people selling their primary residence, you may have back-to-back closings in which you sell your old home first and then purchase your new one. So you can either schedule these closings to be back-to-back on the same day, or you can stagger them so you sell your house one day and then schedule to purchase the house the next day. Either way, you'll just need to coordinate between the closing attorneys to be able to wire the funds, the proceeds from your sale, any funds that you need for your purchase. You'll just want to make sure that those are at the closing attorney's office in time for you to be able to purchase your new one. So that's the 9 steps. And sure, I left out a few details, but the process of buying and selling a home, it can be among the most stressful experiences that you'll ever go through because there's so much going on. And that's why relying on an experienced, trusted realtor who can guide you through the transaction is so important and so beneficial to you. So if you've hired a good team, you've got a realtor, a lender if you're buying a home, inspectors, contractors, movers, vendors, other attorneys to help you navigate through the process, then you should be in pretty good shape. Having a great support team is going to help ease the burden on you tremendously. Finally, my last piece of advice is just remember that no 2 transactions are ever the same. I have learned that over the years to always expect the unexpected. It's best to be prepared for any situation that could arise and to be grateful for every smooth transaction. So good luck selling your home. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. My name is Jimmy. I'm with the CLT Life Team at Costello Real Estate and Investments, and I look forward to helping you buy or sell your next home. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful day.